Look, I tried to ask if they had a plan, what they wanted to do, and this is what happened.
Alright, so we probably want to go ahead and brainstorm that, towards the start of the session, maybe, guys. I don't know.
To be fair, I actually was intending that my idea to be like a group thing. I was not expecting everyone to kind of like go off on their own. I was like, hey, let's go down this way. Let's sneak in through the docks. And when Andrew went, I was like, cool. And then everyone else went their own way. I was like, okay, sorry.
Voices told me that I needed to make those Romans upset to get them to open the door. They did not tell me the Romans would not open the door.
Give me 1 second to get in the door here, and we will get started.
Yeah, I mean, there was not a whole lot y'all really could have done. I mean, it's not like there's not complications, but still, I'm out here walking around in like some lady's dress, all like tightly fit on, just barely, with a giant like werewolf skin draped over me.
Weren't we at like an inn, I think, or at least outside of it?
Did we actually meet up?
You guys had met up, and you made your way into an inn. And not only did you guys meet up, but you had secured a room by, I think it was Britta that drank this kid dry and stole his money and stuffed him under a bed. Oh, not
Yeah, I don't think she killed him.
No, she didn't. No, I'm the guy. I'm the one who drained the Roman soldier and somehow made enough successes to throw him into the ocean.
Okay. So we're inside this inn.
You're inside the inn, and then you've got the sun coming up in just a little while, and you were gonna secure the room or do something like that, and
It sounds like Cyrus doesn't want to go to sleep.
that is correct.
Well, regardless of room, I'm probably still gonna like earth meld outside. Cause like, I don't know, that just seems safer. So, Chris, do you have any ideas of, like, how you want to go about accomplishing our goals here?
Well, what I've been told is I'm literally a translator for Britta to find her. So,
Right, but you could still have
He
some
did not
ideas.
say you were a translator. He said that he along with her in order to facilitate both of the goals of the Celts. So not necessarily a translator, but to help in whatever way. Okay, sorry.
Yeah, you're not just a glorified translator or guard. It's just you're here to help. And I was just asking, if you had a specific, if you had any ideas on what we could do.
Step one would probably be finding you better clothes. Um, and then you probably want to, as far as what Gaius would normally do, is he'd probably try to, end up doing games with the Romans, like pastime, try to get them to say things unintentionally, or just get them to gossip, because that's how he normally would do it.
That's fair. Yeah, you could probably do something like that. I was thinking something similar, like getting in with the people, but I'm not sure how well that'll work. Being an obvious northerner, I don't know if they'll be suspicious. I have no idea how they're gonna act towards me. None. They might
Which
not.
are you referring to?
Just like the Romans here.
There are Celts intermingled throughout the city. Let's be clear here. The Romans have been here for 100 years at this point, so that's a very long time. These cultures have effectively intermingled in this area. So Celts do walk throughout the city, even though many of them are second-class citizens or not citizens.
Right, but I'm from the north, from here, and I would think it's kind of obvious with this. Well, it would be obvious to other Celts with the style of tattooing and all that.
What's going to throw them is the tattooing and the blue paint or anything like that. That's what's going to throw them more than anything. The fact that you're Celts, not so much, and even the tattoos can be explained away as, well, you hadn't gotten to my city yet.
Okay.
It's also why Gaius went and said you were a gladiator, because it made sense. There's a whole lot of questions they'd ask about that. Would also explain the physique, as gladiators they usually put money into them, beefing them up and stuff like that.
Well, here's the thing
Yeah,
about
he does have the physique.
here's the thing about it. My character is actually a gladiator, so I mean, there's that.
Okay. I'm just saying the idea of talking to the Romans themselves was a thing that I had. I just wasn't sure how they were going to react to me specifically.
You're a second-class citizen, but not necessarily hostile immediately.
Okay. What about you, Nish? Do you have a specific idea in mind on how we could accomplish our goal within this city?
No, I do not.
Okay. It's fair.
I'm sorry.
Well, it's an unusual situation to find yourself in.
The thing is,
We'll probably need to get a feel for the city and maybe ask around a little bit.
Yeah. That's probably what we're gonna have to do. So.
For right now, what I would recommend is this room isn't necessarily sunproofed, not necessarily to the degree that you would want. So you'll probably want to secure, safety in your lodging, and take whatever preparations you want to take. Because for right now, you've got an unconscious kid who's been robbed and stuffed under a bed. But the inn doesn't belong to him; it belongs to his dad. You've got the keys to the room, and he's put your name on the ledger. But there's still the unconscious kid. So if that's how you want to leave things, you can leave them that way.
I say we put that kid in his bed.
If I had lower blood pool, I would volunteer to put him in his bed.
I didn't mean it like that. I meant like.
I know exactly what you meant, but Callum is just like, that's a good meal right there.
Okay,
That's food.
He's. Okay, is he a Roman? Is the kid a Roman?
That's a bit of a tough distinction to make. I mean, he has Roman descent in him, sure.
Okay.
But like I said, it's been 100 years. These cultures have effectively intermingled in many places. You're going to find a lot of half Romans, half Celts.
Well, okay. Let me rephrase that statement. He's a child. I draw the line at children. The other guy was a Roman. I'll throw him in the ocean anytime.
Teenager, around 15, 14 maybe. He's an adolescent, and in many places would be considered a man. He was obviously old enough to be running the inn on his own, so...
Yeah. But, it's okay. Callum isn't hungry. He's fine. So, and, the idea of, like, sleeping in this inn with this, like, unconscious kid who could wake up and, like, cause all kinds of problems, like, none of that sounds appealing to Callum. So I'm going to be earth melding regardless. But I will help y'all if you need to try and make it so that you won't be burned by the sunlight. And, I'm just gonna throw this out there. This kid, like, he's a liability. He could wake up.
We need to keep our body count low to not arouse suspicion. We don't need a blood trail.
And don't leave any blood.
We don't need a trail of bodies, is what I'm saying.
I'll eat him.
I don't believe that's necessary. Perhaps just. I mean,
I should have played at Nagaraja.
Ew.
Because they have a merit where they can get, like, blood points even from the bones. That would have been disgusting.
Okay, I'm gonna take the kid and I'm gonna, like, drop him in his I'm gonna take him somewhere wherever presumably his bed, or maybe was there a chair at the front desk of the inn?
There was a chair that he was sitting in at the front desk, yeah.
Okay, can I position him to make it look like he fell asleep at the front desk?
Yes, you can.
Cool. Do I have to roll for that?
No, I would say no. That's pretty easy.
Cool. Then I head back up to the room and I crawl under the bed to, presumably, I don't know how long it is till sunrise, but...
Are there other rooms?
Just for the record, no one actually told you guys to lick up after you eat, but I presume that's instinctual, honestly.
Okay.
I was told it was pretty instinctive, but okay, yeah.
It's good to note that it is, yeah. But the inn itself, are there other rooms?
There are 3 other rooms that are open to guests, but it is a smallish inn.
Do they have guests?
They do not.
Okay. So
Well, they're locked at least. You don't know. Are you going to knock on the doors?
they're locked. They have a lock.
They're locked. All of these doors are locked.
See if there's
You have the key to your room.
a key downstairs.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, why not just check the key? kid to see, like, wherever he got that key, or wherever it's, see if there's a key that we can just open the doors.
Yeah, next to the kid at the front desk, there was a ring.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Okay.
I'm gonna-
You take
I'm gonna-
three keys and
Yeah, I'm gonna go up to, like, the closest room and try to, as quietly as I can, or just, we'll try the keys. Let's see if I can open it. Are they marked in any kind of way?
I don't know how they would mark these. I guess with Roman numerals. So
Yeah,
yeah, there's a Roman numeral system of numbering on them.
I mean, it's easy. Do they have a Roman numeral on the door, or is that
Yes,
just
but
marked in?
yes, they coordinated it. Yes.
Okay. I mean, yeah, Romans are. Yeah. Okay. Well, then
That's
it's easy
that's
enough.
hot tech back then.
Even if I can't like read, it's easy enough to logically put that together. That okay, this symbol is the same as that symbol.
Until you get to 4, 5.
You are, being illiterate, you are skilled at getting around into the world without language, so written language. So yes, you are adept actually at matching pictures.
Yeah. Yeah. So I can match that up and just open the door quietly as I can because I'm thinking there might be someone in there.
All right. Which number are you trying?
Just the first one.
Okay, so I presume you skip over your room, so let's go with number 2.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, number 2, you make a dex stealth for me. Difficulty 4.
Three successes.
Okay, you're able to slide the door open, the key into the lock, and open the door pretty quietly. You open it, and you see inside there is a sleeping man. He rests on a bed of hay.
I will close it back.
Okay, you shut the door.
Then I'm gonna go to the next one. I'm gonna do this for all of them. Just seeing if there's people in them.
Okay, roll 2 more dex stealth for me.
Same
Same difficulty.
Wait, you had said a difficulty of 4?
Yeah, 4. This isn't that hard, but if you fumble, it's gonna make noise.
1 success.
Okay, it's a little noisy as you clank it around in the keyhole, but you manage to open the door. Thankfully, this one is empty.
Okay.
There's also a ledger at the front desk.
That is the
It's your free common sense.
that's the wrong roll. I pasted the wrong thing. But I can't read. Remember? I don't know what that is.
I mean, you do have people who do read amongst you.
Can I say something real fast?
You can always say things.
Even if you can't read, you can still say, like, okay, here's a number, there's a name by that number.
Right, but why would I even get the idea what the concept of a ledger is yet?
Of course.
In a society that doesn't use written word at all?
Actually, he may not.
The Britons don't write things down. It was actually a big thing with them, is not writing things down.
So, like, I'm trying to play the whole thing where he's illiterate, and he has, like, the idea of writing down who's here is alien. Why would you do that? You can just remember it. I mean, eventually, I'll get around to learning that kind of stuff, and, as time goes on, but right now, Callum's just kind of, like, he's like, what? Why would you do that? So, on the last one, I have 2 successes.
Okay, you clank the key into the lock, slide it open, and inside there is 2 sleeping men sharing a bed.
Okay, close the door.
They're foot to foot. Okay, you close the door.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go back. Like after doing that, I'll just tell the others like this one and this one. This one has 1 guy, this one has 2. Just so they're aware. aware of like who else is here. Just
It's an inn. Did you not expect the rooms to have people in them?
And that's a Malkavian talking.
no. I'm trying to keep you forewarned, so you know. So you know to be quiet.
The sun is pulling heavily at all of you.
I'm gonna go put these
Won't
keys
be long.
back. And after I put the keys back, I'm gonna go outside around the back of the building, like close to the building. We'll look around, make sure there's no one like watching or anything, and I'm going to meld it to the earth.
It looks like it would be a busy street normally, but thankfully it's the dead of night.
Well, it's getting close to sunrise, so I'd spend a blood point to do it.
Okay, you're telling them that you're doing this, right? Otherwise you just don't return.
Oh yeah, like no matter what, I'm melding into the earth. That was a thing that I said earlier. Like, I'm gonna help y'all. Like, if you wanna not burn up from the sunlight, I'll help you for now. But if no one was like, yeah, help me put this up or whatever. So, okay, going outside, doing this.
Alright, you sink into the earth. What's everyone else doing?
I'm securing the room for shade, I guess, or
Perception survival.
Can I say that? Can I say that I leave that cloak behind so that they can like hang it up over any window or anything?
Sure.
Okay, so I'll leave that behind for y'all, just to use if there's, if it'll help. Not like I'm gonna need it in the ground or anything.
he comes back up naked.
Oh, I'm wearing women's dress, remember?
It's a kilt!
No, it's very distinctly different. The guilt I'd be fine with. This is like a Roman woman's dress.
I was mostly joking. It's like, why are you wearing a dress? It's a kilt. Okay.
I mean, yeah, it's close enough.
Okay, perception survival. Let's see. And difficulty 6.
Yes.
Tree.
Is it 3?
Yes, sir.
There are small pores in the roof. None of them are really going to cause sunlight to the bed area, but there could be some leakage during rain, and there would certainly be some small beams of light coming into the room. Definitely a large enough margin of error where if it, kills you, you might want to take care of it. It'd be a simple annoyance for a mortal.
Okay, I'll secure the room for our safety.
Okay, I'll say you find a way of lashing this thing to the areas that are porous.
So like hang the massive cloak up somehow.
Let's go with that. I like that idea.
Okay, as far as you can tell, the room's secure.
Perfect answer, as far as you can tell.
Oh, I do that a lot.
Yes, we will lock the door.
Okay. Just a side note, I'm trying to help y'all along right now, but the common sense is going to go away because no one bought it, so. Alright, so the door's locked. It's secure enough. What do you guys do?
Are there any cracks for sunlight to get in? Or anything like that?
Well, Yanesh just took some time to secure the room, so as far as he knows, the room is secure now. However, if that's not satisfactory for you, you can take a look over it.
Yeah, guys, we take a look over it.
Perception survival, difficulty 6.
That was 66.
Oops, you are correct.
British was ward the room. Obviously doesn't have any actual multiple things to get, but like gain power. That will change.
I didn't understand a word
No
you said.
idea. Yeah. No idea what you just said.
Britta will ward the room. It won't have any actual power at this stage, but just druidic warding.
Okie doke.
Yeah, that was 5 successes, I think.
Damn.
You are very certain this room is secured now.
So, once he's sure the room's secure, he's gonna actually crawl under the bed to go to sleep.
Okay. You crawl under the bed and Topor comes swiftly to you. You go rigid as a board. Yanish and Britta remain awake. What do you guys do?
Out of curiosity, how do we remain awake? Not complaining, I'm just curious.
The way it works, I believe, I need to look up the rules specifically, but it's based off of a humanity roll to stay awake, and it's in minutes or turns for successes once the sunlight actually rises.
Oh. Oh, okay, so with the higher our humanity, the more awake we are.
Correct. The easier it is to stay awake, and the easier it is to be woken if an intruder intrudes upon you. Basically, the lower your humanity, the deeper your topor is.
I also know that the lower your humanity, your virtues get lowered as well, or you can only use virtues as high as your humanity.
Actually, it's your dice pools in the daytime cannot exceed your road rating. So, like, any dice pool that you're rolling in the daytime, if your humanity is 4, you cannot roll more than 4 dice on it during the day.
It also affects when you rise in the evening. The closer to humanity you are, the earlier you will wake up. The lower your humanity, the deeper your sleep, the more likely you'll wake up after twilight. This doesn't matter later on, but it does matter pretty early on when twilight is the difference between markets being open or closed.
It's true. So, are you guys gonna, like, go into torpor, or
mean, I don't want to say everyone sleeps, so are you guys done?
Unless, unless Britta has something.
Britta's probably occupied right now. She's trying to put the kid to sleep, but she told me that she was just going to ward the room, and I don't think she has anything specific she wants to do before sleeping.
Okay, well in that case, I'll just have like, I'll just make sure like my weapons are, ready, or in good make sure they're at least in good condition before I sleep.
When did you pick up your weapons, and have you used them?
I have not used them recently, but I did still have my Gladius with me, even though I removed my armor.
This is one you picked up, didn't you? You picked it up along the way?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you picked it up from the Ninth Legion.
Mm-hmm.
It is slightly dull. It looks like it hacks through a limb or two. Now, the deal with the Gladius is it was primarily used as a thrusting weapon, specifically because the metal was so brittle back then that hacking through a limb or two or using it as a slashing weapon would very quickly deplete the edge. You could get through one, maybe two people before your weapon was basically useless. This weapon has been used to slash, and so it is dulled a little bit along the sides. It probably is in need of a wet stone.
Okay. If highly unlikely, but if I have the necessary tools, I'll try to like work on it. If not, then I'll just sleep.
Unless you've got a whetstone written in your inventory, you don't, and you were stripped of your possessions when you died.
Okay, then I'll just crash.
Okay, so it sounds like everyone sleeps. What's everyone's humanity? I think we're all hovering around 5 and 6, aren't we?
Yeah, I have 5.
I believe I'm at 7. Let me double check. I am a 7.
Guys,
What is we rolling again? Sorry.
What's your humanity, boy?
yeah, he just wants to know.
Which rating?
Humanity.
Mine is 6.
Okay, and Britta's at 5. So Yanish is actually going to rise before everyone else. Yanish, when you rise, it is still twilight. So there is sunlight out, but there are no direct rays. The sun has actually disappeared beyond the horizon. It's that nice moment where you get the nice sunset. It is safe for you to venture out at this time.
Alright. Let's see.
Everyone else is still rigid, sleeping the sleep of the dead.
Alright, what I will do is... Are there windows? Or is it just all, like, just blocked walls?
If there were windows, it would... No, I don't think I said there were any windows in this building. No, there aren't any windows, just those cores on the top of the roof that you've covered up.
Okay, I'll leave those as it is, but I want to kind of like, I want to kind of like just observe what's going on outside. Probably like I'll unlock the door, step outside, relock it, and then just kind of like, see what's going on inside the building. And if nothing's going on inside the building, take a look outside, what's going on outside the building.
All of the guest doors are locked right now, and there's not a whole lot of traffic. There's a single corridor that leads you to the front of the building, where there's the guest rooms, and then farther into the back would be where the family actually resides. You haven't gone back there. I presume you're not just going to go barging back there, right?
Nope.
Okay.
I don't Skyrim in these games.
Okay. The two other guest rooms, their doors are open. It looks like they've been turned over. And at the front desk, the young boy is not there. Now it is an older, balding male.
Is he awake or asleep?
He's awake. He's wearing a leather apron, and you're looking at his back.
Okay. I'm gonna head back upstairs. Or back to the room.
Okay, you are back in your room.
Alright. And I'll just take a little bit of time and wait for the other ones to wake up.
Okay.
Actually,
If you wanted to hit the market, now would be the time.
Get that whetstone you wanted.
well, the only problem was like, well, I could leave a note, but then nobody can read. Let's see. Yeah, I'll wait for the other companions to wake up so we can discuss or they'll know where I'm at, and I'm not just gonna disappear and they'll be like, where'd he go?
Okay, Gaius is next to rise then. He's not too far behind you waking up. He starts awake pretty much right when you're returning to the room. Gaius, when you wake, it is still twilight outside. There's still light, though none in the room. But as soon as you look out in the corridor, you'll see there is some natural light filtering in.
I have to roll willpower, so is that my, because of nightmares? Is that when I roll it, is that my willpower is full, or is there a different?
Let me pull that up real quick.
I know the answer.
Oh, please just tell me the answer then.
So anytime you roll willpower, you're rolling your total willpower. Anytime like somebody's like targeting your willpower, it's your temporary willpower.
Okay,
So like, if
But
you
I'm not sure
roll-
if you have to roll for nightmare.
it says so.
Yeah, it's difficulty 7. I had that flaw when I played in a New York by Night game.
Okay, so go ahead and roll it, and it's your current pool if you're rolling it. Is that correct?
It's your full willpower.
Okay.
He's got 3 successes.
Okay, then you're fine.
Alright, so the first thing he'd probably do is look around and see if he sees that little redhead thing that was smiling at him, because it kind of gives him the willies. If he doesn't see that, then he would probably just go downstairs.
Maybe perception, and do you have offense?
I do.
Roll a perception offense for me.
So that would be perception plus my Auspex rating, or the pool I would roll.
The rating.
Okay.
It'll be 8. You don't see anyone.
Alright, so he would probably just go downstairs.
Again, no stairs, but you do step out of the room.
Right. Sorry. Yeah, he would just go out and probably into like the little main lobby where the desk was and everything.
It's just a lone corridor leading up to the front desk area, so you can step out to the front desk area.
Hey, don't forget the blood points for rising.
Oh yes, everyone spend a blood point. So are you going out to the front desk area? What you doing?
Yeah, no, he would be at the front desk area.
Okay. As you step out there, you startle the old man in the leather apron. Hail, he says. Oh, do you speak Latin? Yeah, of course.
Hello.
Rising late, are we?
It's the only time I rise.
Oh, okay. Well, I hope...
I didn't catch that last bit.
Yeah, me either.
Checking out or re-upping, he says, which I guess would be like for do you want the room another night?
The room was was dirty. I'd expect a discount.
Oh my god.
My apologies. My son apparently has taken to the bottle recently. It was his job to keep the rooms turned over and tidy, and it seems he has failed. That's why I'm here now. You'll notice the other rooms have been much improved, and we would have turned yours over as well, but you were sleeping and we didn't want to disturb you.
He would nod. He's like, so do I get that discount?
Roll a manipulation subterfuge. Or, if you want to spin it, you can try and do it some other way. Charisma, diplomacy, whatever.
Flash your Roman badge.
Leadership.
Yeah, he would do that. Or actually, no, his subterfuge is actually high. So, it's good.
Okay. I mean, I suppose if you're willing to stay another night, I could give you a discount, sure.
Well, then I'll take the room one more night.
Okay, instead of, I forget how much they charged you before. I don't think they paid.
We actually didn't pay. It's Britta, she subdued the boy, and we just kind of went into the room.
Alright, that'll be 5 unit of currency. I can't remember. Hang on, let me look at my notes. Denarii, that's the currency. 5 Roman denarii.
I just like pat around his like armor. He's like, oh, it seems a goblin has stolen my wallet. I'll have to pay you later when I come back from the room.
You know, my son had actually said that he was missing his money. I wonder if a thief has taken residence amongst us. I'll have to go through the ledger and maybe report it to the guard.
Seems that goblin has gotten to more people. I'll find him.
I mean, I just attributed it to his drunkenness, but now that you're reporting a theft as well...
Perhaps it is both. Perhaps in his drunken state he did not notice the goblin.
Well, probably not a goblin, but certainly a malefactor. I'll keep that in mind. I apologize. Do you, for my report, do you know how much was stolen? He takes out a writing instrument. I don't know if he used quills or what the deal was back then.
Did they use charcoal?
I think it depends.
Just like hawk? I don't know.
I think Romans had ink too. Yeah, guys, trying to think of something that doesn't sound too ridiculous, reasonable. Probably like 500 denarii.
500 is a fairly decent amount for. I mean, it depends on what you're trying to present yourself as. 500 is a large amount to carry around, but you could just be a very well-off person. So if that's what you want to go with.
He was
As a former Roman, you know.
Well, he was a Venator, so he is a special soldier.
Okay. Wow, 500. Okay. I'll make a note of that and report it to the guard along with my son.
You had 500 stolen from you, and you're not pissed? Wow.
He's a Malkavian, man. He didn't have anything stolen from him, but
Oh,
he could manage to get them to return 500. All become better with him.
So, everyday writing was done on wax tablets or thin leaves of wood. And then, like, legal documents, contracts, and books were using ink and papyrus. sharp to just indent it.
Okay, so let's say he's using the wax. Okay. Or go back in your room. At this point, Callum and Britta would wake. The sun has fully receded beyond the horizon now, and you're looking at the very end of twilight turning into dusk. Markets are still open, but it's last call.
I come out of the earth, just melting out, you know, not exploding out in like a rage or anything like.
Startle many citizens.
Do I? Because I can.
I told you this was a major thoroughfare.
But the thing is, I can roll like a. I can roll to see if there's like I can still perceive my immediate surroundings.
Oh, you can? Okay. Then go ahead and let's do that roll. Let me pull the discipline up real quick. Okay, because you chose a busy thoroughfare, so people are going to be traveling along this road for a little while.
This is still immune.
I'm seeing if there's danger in the proximity while you're sleeping, but I'm not seeing the ability to perceive the world around you as a roll.
Well, why would I be able to perceive danger but not anything else?
This is true.
I'm reading the V21 now to see if there's any difference. So, okay, it says, in V20 it has a line that says, the character falls into a state one step above torpor during this time, sensing his surroundings only distantly.
Okay.
And then it goes on about the humanity or path roll at difficulty 6 to rouse yourself in response to danger.
Alright, so what I'll do is I'll give you a perception roll, but it's going to be a high DC, because you are just above torpor.
Okay, perception and what?
Perception alertness, I guess. Do a DC of 8.
Four successes.
You feel people clomping on the ground above you, slightly disturbing your nest within the earth.
Okay. Well then, I'm just gonna wait until I don't feel people clomping, or at least like a whole bunch of them, you know? I'm gonna try not to, come out of the ground when I'm surrounded. That would, if I was still human, that would freak me out.
Alright, so Callum's waiting a little bit. What's everyone else doing?
So I am, if Gaius is gonna head out, so am I. But one thing I do want to do is, before I head out, is I'd like to take I want to feel the gladius and feel what part of it is sharp, and presumably, I do this as before anyone. I was gonna try to do this before anyone wakes up, if possible. Give myself like a good shave.
Okay, the tip is still sharp. That's why this primarily used for thrusting. It's hard to tell the thrusting edge when it's used properly. The right edge is dulled, but it looks like the left edge wasn't really used for much. So it's only slightly dulled. It's maybe taken a parry or two.
Okay, but yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna.
Where was your beard at when you returned? Was it a full beard?
Yeah, did you see the picture I posted?
Okay, from that figure. Okay, so you want to give yourself a shave. Is it a full shave you're going for?
Whatever it can be accomplished with the gladius in its state. I wouldn't know. I'm gonna attempt to do a full shave, but whatever can be accomplished.
I mean, you can easily do the whole thing if you want to just spend a blood point for the lethal you'll take.
Okay, I'm down with
You'll
that.
probably nick yourself up real good, but, hey.
I'm down with that.
Okay, spend a blood point. You assume you take a point of lethal damage because you're using this weird, fucked up gladius, but you can easily shave your face and just take a cut.
So can I soak that with fortitude?
Oh, you've got fortitude? Yeah, dude. You don't even worry about it. Let's just call it even then, sure.
Manly man.
This is a little
I'll
off.
shave my beard with a sword, a rusty one.
This is a little off topic, but I was in a Pathfinder game once and I jumped on a trap that shot like 1d3 lightning, and I was a tiefling. My GM says, "Okay, you take 3 points of lightning damage." No, I don't. And he's like, "Why not?" Because I'm a tiefling. I got an energy resistance, and I did that just to tell him that.
Nice. Okay, so you're a clean-shaven man now. And then you're going to step out to where Gaius is talking to the man in the apron?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Gaius is talking to the man in the apron. It looks like he's just secured a discount from what you're hearing.
Okay. So, I, pretty much, I'm gonna attempt to pass myself off as one of, Gaius's, men.
The man seems to pay you no mind as you slip in right behind Gaius.
Alright. So I'm just gonna be following his lead for the time being.
Okay. Britta, are you doing anything?
We have arisen, and I'm going to see. Hey, has anyone been able to find someone who knows this city well? Do we have a map or anything?
You are alone in the room when you rise because you're one of the last to rise, and Callum is actually not in the room with you.
Oh, well, that's a little different. Then, did everyone take their things with them, or are their possessions still here?
As far as I know, everyone took their things with them. No one said they were leaving anything behind. Although no one has taken the large nightmare pelt that is hanging up from the ceiling. So that's still there.
That could work for me. Hold on, let me think about it.
Don't sell my thing. I left that there so y'all wouldn't get burned up by the sun. You might need that again.
No, I'm not planning on selling it. I still have a bag of money from the boy, right?
Yes, your ill-gotten gains.
Them's the ones. Alright, I will, let's see, I'm still trying to pass myself off as, a Vestal Virgin or whatever, right? Whatever the fuck they are. Yeah, fuck you. Alright, so, I'm gonna go out and, step out of the room, I guess, and, is the barkeep or innkeep or whatever at his station?
He is currently talking to Gaius. It sounds like Gaius has just secured a discount. Additionally, Yanish has slipped in behind Gaius and is all but whistling harmlessly, trying to look innocuous.
Yep, that's my Romans. Alright, so I will approach and take a position near them.
Are you giggling?
Yes.
Britta strides up alongside the man, and what's your appearance, Britta?
Who are you asking?
He asked Britta.
Oh, sorry.
Old lusty old man is gonna be a perv.
It is only 2. I am built for knowledge and battle, not for other stuff.
He tosses you a sideways glance and then proceeds to continue his conversation with Gaius.
So, Gaius,
What's up?
you're talking to the guy.
The traffic has let up enough at this point that I want you to go ahead and make let's go with a perception stealth to find the right moment to pop out.
Ooh, okay. What's the difficulty on that?
Let's go with 8.
That is a botch.
You think now is a great time to pop out?
Okay, I'm so doing it. I'm just gonna come up out of the ground.
Underneath a woman's skirt.
I'm not gonna
Okay.
explode out, but I'm just coming up out of
Okay,
the ground.
you pop up, and there is a human child gawking at you. You saw the whole thing. He says,
Does he look like afraid or?
more astounded and surprised.
Hey, kid, want to see a dead body?
Oh my god. No. Okay. So I'm
He
gonna
grabs at his
try.
mother, who's not looking at you, and says, Mama, Mama! Do you speak Latin?
I have lingua franca, so I kinda understand a little bit of it. But
The
what I
child
want
is
to
telling
do,
his mother what happened.
yeah, and I want to kind of be like, ta-da, kind of like play into it, you know?
So confused. Go with, let's go with 5.
I was thinking maybe performance. I got performance.
Oh, you want to do a performance? Okay.
Yeah,
Think about
like to put on an act. Like I am like, look at this cool thing that I did. Isn't that great, kiddo? You know?
Okay, let's do a charisma performance then.
Dude, that's such a smart take on that.
What's the difficulty?
Let's say 6 for this one.
I have 3 successes.
The child, the mother seems to be acknowledging the child, but given what you're doing with your flourishes right now, she's believing that her child has been conned by a magician.
Okay, so seeing like her body language and everything, and the way she's like, okay, yeah, whatever. I'm gonna be like in like my broken Latin, just like trying like almost like now do I get coin for my magic trick? Seeing if she'll buy it. Here I am, this weirdly dressed man. Like,
No, she's tugging her child along. She's tired of her child being distracted, and she clearly has somewhere to be.
okay, I tried. That could have been so much worse. Well, that was close. As they leave, I'll just kind of look around and see if anyone else saw, and just go inside the inn.
No one seems to be paying you too much mind beyond what you would normally expect, being, a giant You get some sneers, some people looking at you askance, but most people are just ignoring you and going about their business.
Okay.
Oh, you are wearing a dress, though. That actually draws more stares. Yeah, sorry, I forgot about that. Probably reminded me.
I have the specialty and appearance of unconventional looks.
I mean, if you try to rock this dress, you could do that.
Yes. Yes, I do.
Okay, go, fine. Manipulation leadership.
Not appearance?
I'm sorry, appearance leadership. Appearance is what I meant. Make sure to add a dice for your stack.
Oh, well, that's probably a fail.
It's a fail, but not a botch. You're trying really hard to sell this whole thing as like a kelp, or not a kelp, but a kilt, and people aren't buying it. This is clearly a frock. That's one piece.
Yeah.
But no one says anything to you. They just kind of roll their eyes or turn their faces.
Maybe some ladies oh god, this is ridiculous. Eye rolling shit. Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm going inside and beholding the scene in front of me.
Okay, you walk to the front desk and you see your allies. Do you blow past them?
No, I'm just gonna walk in, stop, and look.
Okay. So you walk in there, and you see your allies. From what you can tell, Gaius has just concluded some sort of business transaction, but you're not sure what happened.
So, are you all ready?
Yes, we must find that goblin who stole our coin.
Yes, he told me of the theft in your room. Terrible business.
Oh. A theft.
Were you not aware?
I was not.
He is here for protection, not for wits.
Oh, I see, he says, nodding at you. So then, is there something else I can help you with, sir? He looks to you guys.
Not at the moment, no. We shall be on our way. We have, business to
but,
attend.
my lord, there is the matter of the 5 denarii.
It was already taken care of with your son.
Oh, allow me. I have been sent with a small stipend. I shall assist. I understand you've lost money as well this night. Truly, we should share our blessings with one another, and I offer 5 coins.
Okay, that should be sufficient. Thank you very much, sir. We'll do better and turn your room over this evening. And will you be joining us again, I guess, in the morning then, or? I can't leave the desk for some time to turn your room over, is what I'm getting at.
Our room is fine. I cared for it as I am supposed to do.
Oh, but the Lord here had some objections to the cleanliness of the room, unfortunately. That's why the room has been discounted.
Oh, how kind of him.
Guys just nods.
So then I will turn your room down as soon as I'm done at the desk here, sir? Is that sufficient?
Yes, we will return before Apollo rises in the sky again.
Are you using the Romanized version of Apollo, or are you literally
Nope.
Really? Did they just rip off Apollo wholesale?
I believe so.
Wow. Come on, Rome.
Yeah, it is Apollo.
Okay, well then fare thee well.
So, right at the end there, when he's like, fare thee well, I hold up one finger and say, I must retrieve something first. And then I go into the room.
Okay, you go back into the room. No one locked it, so.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the cloak down,
Okay, you take the cloak down.
look around, and, you said there was like a straw, like bed, and like what else was in here?
I mean, a straw bed, I guess a chamber pot, let's see, what else would be in a room? A table, I guess a small table, maybe a bowl.
Okay. So I'm gonna tip over the chamber pot and I'm gonna vomit in the floor. That stuff that I last consumed, I'm just expelling it right there. He said it was a
jerky on the floor.
He said there was a mess. I'm gonna make sure there's a mess so he understands why he was upset.
Okay, the last thing you ate was what?
The bits and pieces of that guy. Who was that? It was a while ago.
That would have been several nights ago. Can you just store it that long?
Oh, the merit means I can do it indefinitely, but I still have to get rid of it.
Okay, well, it's not digested in any way, so you've
No,
got
it's not.
human organs on the floor.
Yeah, but I mean they're not recognizable. You said before that they're like kind of like mummified and
Yeah, they should be all
Yours are.
desiccated. I thought his body absorbed all the blood from them, so they were kind of like.
Yeah, I guess you're right. They would be kind of desiccated.
that's what you said.
Alright, well then, still desiccated human organs on the floor. Alright.
Like anyone's gonna know, really. It's just like grossness, you know? It's like, what is this shit? Like, he said it was in, like, I'm trying to help here, okay? I'm not particularly smart, so this is like the best I've got. I'm like, I'm gonna vomit on the floor. I got like, this stuff is this meat that's been sitting in my stomach. It's nasty.
You really should have an escort, guys, honestly. He's just trying to help.
You guys need each other, so I recommend you guys get together as soon as possible.
Yeah, well, it's not like I'm going far. I just go in there, I grab the cloak, you know, I'm wrapping that around me after and then coming back to them.
Alright, you shit and vomit all over the room. Congrats. Are we done?
Yeah. We're done. I'm back. Just give a kind of like wry smile at the dude, the old guy, as we leave.
You just wretch in the room there, he says.
No.
I mean, no one said it was quiet.
He has a sinus issue. It's hereditary amongst his family.
Okay then. Well, fairly well, sir.
Fairly well. Come, lads. He just walks off.
Okay. And I have this like question. As we like leave outside, away from the dude, out of his earshot, door shut, whatever, immediately just kind of like, all right, what are we doing?
must find Germanicus, and in order to find Germanicus, we must find out where his type would be. Now, Germanicus was an explorer, but he's been here for some time, so he must have some power. So we must find where the power coalesces in this town. To do that, we must get a map of the town and survey it for significant shapes. That's what we would do in the Druidic College anyway. Romans love to use patterns.
What she means is the biggest building, what the wealthiest one, or perhaps the fanciest, would be.
No, that is one avenue, but if Germanicus is smart, he wouldn't fall for that ploy. But he would still attempt to find a place which is centrally located, near the barracks, but nicer than the barracks. Not necessarily the nicest in town, but just enough.
My people are flamboyant. They like to flaunt.
Well, let us find a source for knowledge and drain it dry.
I prefer to stay wet, but I like your thinking.
Alright, works for me. Lead the way. I will, play the part as necessary, but if we could, and I kind of open the cloak. This isn't really comfortable. Looking down at the dress.
But so becoming.
Got plenty of room to breathe down there.
Well, it's quite tight. So, where's this big building?
Is that what we settled on? We're going for a big building?
He said the biggest building is probably the one, and she's like, yeah, we need to find the most important place. Alright, yeah, sure,
Okay,
let's do that.
That would be the command post. Give me a second, I'm actually looking at my map. And I suspect many of you are doing the same, so if you guys want to, someone's got it saved, they just want to post it again real quick.
Yeah, I think I got it saved.
I don't remember where you posted it.
On the roleplay.
General, I think.
Yeah, I think it was not in the roleplay. It might be general.
Yeah, I found it. Hang on. I'll put it in roleplay.
Alright, and I don't know if the Romans actually would do something like this, but they were pretty organized. I'm going to go ahead and give it to them for convenience's sake. The map that you guys see posted, a version of that, a rough version of that would be posted at pretty regular gathering places like public fountains and the like, where people would be gathering water. Just because this is a trading post where people come and go and may not be familiar with the city. So you would be able to find maps of this place.
Yes, there. Look at the command post.
You are here.
Centrally located. It's near the barracks. It's close enough to the forges, but far enough away from the slaves who could have an uprising. Yes. I think the command post is where we'll find a lead. He wants to be near the center of the tree where it's safest.
Lead the way.
Alright, so previously we had stated you guys were in the lodging district or the merchant quarter, is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so if you're heading towards the command post, you guys would pass through the gymnasium area with the latrines, the stockades, etc. Unless you're purposely wanting to go through the temple district or through the market district or some other way there. So what way are you guys taking?
The temple district?
Okay, give me 1 second here.
Well, that's my cover story, so I should at least, know what it looks like.
Might want to say a prayer, Yinish. Or God may strike you down for walking through there, blaspheming to other gods.
blasphemer? Oh, and I thought I didn't like you.
I'm just rolling over, having an aneurysm right now.
Alright, you guys enter what is a smallish temple district. It's not so much a temple as a temple district as it is a large area of just a long line of statues and shrines dedicated to the various gods. They don't have actual temples. These are just areas where offerings and prayers can be made. They're kind of makeshift and would usually be at the center of any kind of Roman camp, along with the command post.
What kind of gods are represented here? Is this like, there's like 50 gods, there's like 3, there's like 6, do any of them have offerings?
The standard Roman pantheon, along with shrines and various makeshift idols to the various deities that would be represented in those. There would be some Celtic, others from various lands that you don't recognize, and along with that, you find a statue cast of stone by a much less skilled artist, depicting a man you've seen before with a strange hat and a legion of ants at his command. Several inscriptions are carved into the statue, each in a wildly different script as if by a different person.
And we all see this.
You all see it.
Well, I read like 6 languages, so what's it say?
In Latin, it says, Mithril, god of war. And then in that, under that, Mithras, god of the sun. And then, what are your languages? Let me take a quick look at this and see if you recognize the last one. In Greek, it states Mitra, god of contrast.
Well, this does not bode well for us.
What?
Their god leads the ninth legion and shall return soon. Oh, right, you can't read. This is Mithras, remember him? The fuckhead? Well, he's coming back to the ninth legion and apparently they worship him. This is not a good sign. Do I see any sacrifices here?
There is a cup with blood. Most of it dried, some of it recent. Alongside it is a small, I guess it'd be like a letter opener, or a small pinprick. Essentially, what you gather from this is that soldiers or other offerers would come by and prick their fingers to offer blood to this statuette.
And then they all die of syphilis because they've been pricking themselves with the same dirty instrument.
A lot of those diseases didn't exist back then.
Wait, can I roll a thing?
Depends on the thing and what you're trying to do.
Self-control. To not, like, kick this statue over.
Sure, go ahead and roll it. I would say, let's go with a 7. Is that fair? Oh,
Sure.
well, you've already rolled it, so you
That's a
fail.
failure. So, Callum, upon hearing her describe what it is and seeing the image, just like, in like a, almost like an anguished kind of like cry, just like launches forward and just shoves it as hard as he can to try and knock it down.
Make a strength roll. Strength, athletics, and intelligence if you have it. Six.
Britta will assist.
Two successes.
Okay, you are able to push it most of the way off of the plinth, and then seeing that it's starting to wobble, Britta decides to join in, and she pushes the statue over with you. You shove the statue to the ground, the two of you, and it shatters.
do the same.
Well, it splits in half, not shatters. It is made of stone.
Okay.
Guys just shakes
Well,
his head.
I did get 4 successes.
Go ahead.
Well, I did get 4 successes. I mean, could I push over hard enough to break in more pieces?
That's not how physics work.
Or could I have knocked it up against the wall so it shattered more?
I mean, if you wanted to declare those actions, sure, but you shoved it off of the plinth and it is now in 2 pieces. If you wish to continue smashing the statue, you can do that.
That's fine. I'm at my
It won't
point.
fight back, probably.
I am not part of this.
Oh, I mean, that's all. I spit on it and then I start walking away. I have nothing else. Like, we walk through here. If no one stops us or anything, like, we just continue on our way.
Is there an altar to Andraste here?
I will say sure. That would be one of the Celtic statues that would be here.
What kind of offerings does she have before her?
Ah, come on. Don't make me hit up Wiki. Hang on.
While they're doing that, Gaius would say that they need to work on their insult game and then drink the blood that's in the bowl.
Oh my god.
Like
Your
a
blood bond, sucker.
like a boss.
I just,
Okay, notably, Andraste is known as Andrasta in Roman culture, so that is what she would be labeled as. Dead rabbit. The hair is, well, hang on. No, never mind. It's sacred. Never mind. She wouldn't want them dead. Yeah, I guess bird feathers would be something, but honestly, information is kind of scarce. So various bird feathers. There is a ritual here detailed with Roman divination where they would take a rabbit and release it and see which direction it runs, but that's not really something that would be offered. So I'm fine with bird feathers, or if you have something more thematic you'd like, we can go with that.
I have a collection of herbs and berries and appropriate things for druidic prayer. I will take a few berries or leaves which are sacred to her. I presume like elderberry or what's the other one? Mistletoe. And I'll put a little bit of that before her and say a quick prayer, touch the statue, and leave.
Alright, does anyone do anything else, or are you leaving the temple district?
And do I gain any blood points from drinking that blood, or is it just not enough?
I'm sorry, wait, you drank the blood?
Yeah, Gaius drank the blood in the bowl.
he was like, telling us, that's not how you insult somebody, and then, like, drank it.
Honestly, no, not even enough for a point. This seems more like a tasting of sorts, if you want.
Fair enough, he's just taking from the god to say that he's not a
With
god.
with your disorder, actually, you would be hearing snippets of words. Not enough to make anything out, but in different voices in your head with each flavor you tasted.
And he would look at the broken statue and say, they're my souls now.
Ooh.
I will do something. Presumably, would there be the Hebrew god here?
Sure, I could go with that. Yeah, if ever a shopkeeper would come through here, they would certainly have been welcome to leave a statue. I'm not really sure if idolatry was okay by them.
No.
So then no, right?
Well, it was a temple district, so I was gonna have to see. I was gonna take a gamble.
I mean, if the Jewish God permits an idol at this time, then sure. But my understanding is that was is still a no-no. So no,
Correct.
It wouldn't have been a symphony.
Correct. All right. So moving on.
Anything else?
Nope. Not for
Okay,
me.
moving on then. From there, you would travel through the market district. All right. So in this area, you can find it's basically a bazaar. What you want to imagine in your head here, it's a very large area where there are markets of every type here. Livestock is being traded. Sometimes slaves are even being traded. If you go farther into the district, there are forges in the center where blacksmiths of all shapes and sizes are working on weapons. Most of them Roman in make, but sometimes farming implements. Some are even making horseshoes.
Not getting close, just kind of just moving through here. On the way through, though, I am going to try and like keep on the lookout to see if there's anyone who is a tailor or has clothing.
There are indeed many tailors here, making clothing of all types.
Can we like say I get something and like have Britta pay with her stolen money?
You can just say money.
I could, but then I wouldn't be highlighting your terrible choices.
There are even minstrels playing in this district, believe it or not, for donation. And if Britta wants to pay with her money, she can. And you can get whatever clothing you would like, if you would like to describe it to the rest of us.
Well, I want to ask her, like, hey, can you use some of that coin to, like, to get something from me?
Coin has very little meaning to Britta, as we do not use currency in our culture.
Alright, so I want to get something
32
simple,
of
minimalistic.
a coin, which you presume are a denarius.
Okay. Yeah, I want to get something simplistic, nothing complex, just maybe one of those things that, like, that I used to wear, where it's like,
A simple beige tunic.
yeah, like a tunic kind of thing. That's, like, that's all I need.
It's made of, I think at this time it'd be made of wool, so it's still kind of itchy-ish.
Okay.
A little chafing, but you can certainly get it. And then, I guess you would wear pants, just normal pants made of wool. Probably brown, presumably, if you're okay with that.
I would try very hard not to get pants and get something else.
Oh, they do have kilts then, if you want that.
Yep. Yes, that is what I will do. And see if I can just change, like, right there somewhere. They have where you got a curtain I can hide behind to put this on? Like, let's do this. Get this over with. I'm tired
You
of
could
doing
probably
this.
do it right there. The Romans were pretty okay with nudity. They had public baths, after all.
Yeah, but, I'm not trying to, like, just be naked all the time. I'm trying to blend in a little bit.
Then yes, you could come behind the counter if you felt modest.
Oh,
you
no,
could
I
go
don't.
behind the
I
counter.
fight naked. I don't feel modest at all. I'm just saying, like, the clothing itself is necessary. Me getting naked and putting it on, don't care.
Okay, you put the clothes on. You get some boots too?
Nope.
Okay, fair enough. Cost of that is probably around 12 denarii.
I'll look at Britta. She gives the coin over, right? That's what you said?
Yes, I do.
Okay, let's move on.
Okay. From there, you pass through a large thoroughfare. There are a number of people milling about. Go ahead and make perception alertness tests for me, guys. Difficulty 6.
Zero successes.
Four total. No, 6. 5.
Zippo for me.
I got
Which number is it, Chris?
It's 5. I'm sorry, my math is terrible.
I got 3.
Remember the tens count as 2.
Yeah, that's what got me confused.
So Yanishi actually had 4.
Alright. There is a clamor and commotion about as a Roman merchant eating at a pavilion becomes annoyed with the chewing of another man. He looks to be probably a Celt of some kind, and attacks him violently.
Oh.
He smashes the Celt's head against a wooden table with enough force to splinter the wood. The man is quickly subdued by legionnaires and dragged back towards where you're heading, actually, the command center. As they drag the Latin away, he screeches in tongues. And, do you speak ancient Celt? Anyone speak ancient Celt? Or
I
any
speak
derivations thereof?
Druidic, Gaelic, and Brythonic.
I'm a Pict, so if he speaks one of the Pictish languages,
Yeah, it would be very close.
Alright, let's go with, I guess Gaelic.
technically Gaelic doesn't exist yet, but I know what you mean.
Oh, it doesn't? Then she can't
No.
know it, so it'd be a different language.
Gaelic is derivative of the languages that existed there already, but it doesn't exist for another couple of 100 years when the Vikings start moving in and their languages intermingle.
Yeah, the problem when I was looking it up was basically it said that they were Gaelic languages until they merged into one. They didn't have names for the old languages. So they would just kind of call it Old Gaelic or something. So I was like, I'll just go with Gaelic since I would know most of them in the region.
Yeah,
I also have lingua franca, so, you know.
Okay, so make it Old Gaelic, because that's a difference then. You can learn Gaelic when we advance to that era, and that would qualify here because I'm going for Ancient Celtic, which is functionally going to be the same thing here, so.
Yeah, it's a very, like, all the modern Gaelic languages, like Irish Gaelic, Scottish Gaelic, all that stuff, all those languages, even Cornish, and all those various languages are, like, branching out from one common ancestor language.
Alright, well, the man shrieks in this language, and no one seems to understand what he's saying, but you, Britta. The worm demands a second tower, a tower of flesh and bone. Just over and over, in varying degrees of frenzy.
Where is he being pulled to?
Towards the command center, and, how many successes did you have, Gaius?
On my perception, I had 5.
On 5? Okay, you do see that red-bearded creature scurrying about his shoulders and disappearing over the edge.
Leprechaun.
It's that goblin. Follow him. The guy just goes after him.
And this guy's being escorted off by 2 Romans, right?
Multiple legionnaires. But yes, let's say 4, because 2 of them are being needed to restrain the man who is continuing to fight.
I'll approach and say in Old Gaelic, "Be still," while I allow Gaius to address the Romans.
Is there any magical force to this? Because otherwise, he ignores you.
What I am hoping is that hearing his old language will be a little bit of a shock to him and help him kind of shake it off a little bit. Also, I have influence as a druid, I'm not sure if there's anything in my bearing that would reveal that, or if I would have to tell him that specifically for him to know it.
No, the man is gone mentally. He is just saying this over and over in varying degrees, but he's non-responsive to whatever you're going to say to him.
Okay, well, I try Gaelic anyway. Tell him to be calm. And then I look to Guy, since I know the Romans don't talk to women.
The Romans are still moving on, by the way, but Gaia said he was just going to go after him. So if you're just wanting to sprint towards him, you can easily get to these Romans who are probably not going to be very happy with you in a moment here. What do you do?
Guys, I'm gonna go ahead and can I make a leadership roll to try to get them to stop? Tell them like a halt.
I mean, if you want to try that, sure. You can try I guess a charisma leadership if you're going to run in front of them and try and come at them like a commanding officer.
Yeah, that's what he'll do.
Okay, difficulty of evade. They kind of know who their commanding officers are around this area.
Yeah, but if you put on a good enough act.
Nope. That is almost a botch, but not quite. That's 3 successes, but 1 with the 1's negating.
Wait, what? No, you have 2 successes there.
Yeah, I think that comes out to a 1 success net.
Yeah, because there's 2 1. I rolled 2 1s along with those 3.
Okay, so
No, you rolled 1 1.
Oh,
yeah,
two.
no, the line. Yeah, on my phone, the line is kind of screwed up there. Okay, yeah, no, you're right. All right, so 2 successes. They do kind of stop and pause for a moment and look at you quizzically. Who are you? They say.
He would state his name and his rank.
With the 9th Legion.
That is correct. I demand you release this man into my custody. Now.
Wait, why?
Because I said so.
We don't report to you, the other man says.
He does. Pointing to the guy speaking in tongues.
But then, where is his brand? Legionnaires were tattooed.
He is a new recruit. He is yet to be branded.
Isn't he kind of old to be joining? Is the situation that bad?
Aren't you a little bit low rank to be asking me questions? I demand you give him here now.
Alright, if you're wanting to go at it like this, go ahead and make a charisma intimidation. Go with the 7.
Nope.
Look, I don't know why you're here, but we're taking him to the command post to get this all sorted out. Down in the dungeon. Why don't you tell your commanding officer that that's where he'll be?
Let that little goblin go.
What?
Nothing. Very well. I will go speak to your commanding officer. Where can I find him?
At the command post. Would you like to come along?
just kind of gestures to everyone else and follow it.
Okay.
So, all of that was going down, and Callum was just kind of warily watching, because I'm not really sure why they're going after this guy or anything. Like, I didn't hear him, like, screaming out. I didn't notice any of this stuff, like, when he hit the guy or anything like that. So these two just run off. I'm like, what the fuck? And they're running up to these soldiers, so I'm just kind of, like, warily watching, and when he gestures to follow, I'm just like, okay, I guess. Look over at Inish and just shrug.
I follow.
Okay, I guess we're going. This is really weird. Okay, sure. Whatever is going on here. These two seem very interested in whatever this is.
I would like to, no, on second thought, no, I'm not going to do that. Because I just realized what the effect would be, so I'm going to pass on that.
Are you about to open your third eye?
Yeah. No, I'm not.
Anybody that had 4 or more successes on the perception alertness notices that despite the fact that it is now nightfall, it's 100% night, the sliver of the moon is in the sky, the gates have not yet been shut, so the main gates are still open.
Man, why'd they shut us out? Like, I don't notice this, but, like, that's...
You do know the reason, if you think back.
Clomp, 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 Ninth Legion. Clomp, clomp, clomp.
Well, I know they're on the way, but, like, it's open, so...
And what can you do better through an open gate than a closed gate?
Dig a hole?
They were passing through currently.
Stand under the awning.
No, they said that they were arriving the next day, and this is the next day, so they're probably imminent.
A bit late. It's the next night.
That's when I would march if I was a vampire. Oh, wait.
The soldiers aren't vampires, though. Only the one controlling.
When they attacked us, it was at night. He obviously has to be able to control them directly, which means he must be awake, which means it must be at night.
Insightful. It was odd to be attacked at night.
Gaius would make a mental note of that, because that means he shares the same weaknesses as Gaius, or at least one of them.
Okay, so you're all going to go to the command post?
Yep. Gaius started that story, he's going to follow through it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what's actually going on. So, and he just gestured to follow, so I'm following. I'm assuming that I'm hoping they know what they're doing.
Yeah, Callum is becoming one of my favorite characters in this story. He's just very chill. He's like, whatever, I just want to bash some heads. Like, it's fine, I'm cool with whoever's heads, it's fine, just put me in a direction, y'all.
I always picture just Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson just like kind of smiling, looking around and shrugging his shoulders periodically, not knowing what the fuck is happening.
That is exactly what I'm picturing.
I mean, I did just describe those two actions in this session, so...
It's like a central intelligence, The Rock. It's all nice, chill.
Yeah. Just like, sure, whatever. Yeah, you just wait until the other side of him comes out.
Alright, well, this is, you're going to the large Roman command post towards the center area of town. This building would be probably around 2 or 3 stories high, with a large awning, which they could look over the city with, and the fortress, and take a look at the various guard posts and make sure the postings were all there. It kind of doubles as a watchtower for the city. So as you're approaching, security is obviously quite heavy. There are 2 sentries each posted on either end of either entrance to the building. The building itself is nested up against a very high wall, the same walls that the outer area of the town is made 20 feet high. The same kind of large log rails that extend high up, and then they have the pointed ends. So it's actually quite a defensible position with only 2 entrances. You're coming in through, let's say, the barracks district. So along the way, you would see the various barracks, which would be probably 2-story buildings, looking kind of similar in style and design, log cabin style looking buildings, where soldiers would, the 2 Latins would know, they would be nested in their legions. So we're talking hundreds of men sharing the equivalent of bunk beds to rest in the evenings. As you get to the entrance, there's a conversation between the guards that are escorting the man and the guards at the entrance. They're inquiring as to what's going on. They advise that you are with the 9th Legion and that you're joining in escorting this prisoner to the dungeon. The prisoner was creating a disturbance in the market district. Does anyone interject?
Nope, I am quiet.
Okay, you are led down into the dungeon. Along the way, you pass Romans of various ranks. Many of them wearing heavier armor, depending on the ranking. Some of them carrying weapons that look to have been only ceremonial. Most of them are in perfect condition and haven't been used recently. As you get into the dungeon area, you guys are basically surrounded by Roman soldiers. So, they deposit the prisoner inside of the dungeon cell, and then they turn to Gaius and say, "There, he'll be right there, okay?"
I wanna ask some questions about like the surroundings and everything as we're going down there before they're like turning. So, is it underground, the dungeon? Like
Yes.
a literal dungeon?
It is literally underground.
Okay. So it's lit by like torchlight or?
Yeah, it's lit by torchlight down here.
Okay. And how many people, are there anyone like in the dungeon, like besides, like is there just like a guard posted outside? Like what is it like?
Let's see. The actual dungeon would have 2 guards on the stairs leading down into the basement area. It might be a ladder actually at this time. It's probably a ladder. So there's 2 guards posted at the top of a ladder that leads down into the dungeon area, and then 2 more guards in the cell leading out into the dungeon proper. And then there'd be a guard posted at the edge of a long hallway of cells, and that guard would be obviously in charge of monitoring the prisoners for their various needs. And then probably like 5 to 8 cells. Some of them filled, some of them not.
Okay. Are there any like sounds, people talking, any activity going on from the cells as we're walking down there?
Some of them are moaning in pain, having been recently scourged. Others are just... let's say there's one woman probably who's weeping.
Is there like a smell of blood in the air?
More feces and urine.
Okay.
I mean, there is blood, obviously, with the scourged men, so depending on how heavy your need is and how honed your senses are, it might be what you smell above all else. I don't know if you have heightened senses or anything active.
Don't have heightened senses right now.
Is there a
No,
guard?
the smell of urine and blood would be blotting out anything else.
Is there a guard I could call to open the cell to the woman?
I mean, I don't know how you'd get them to do that, even if you could call them to.
As whatever, I'm pretending to be a one of the Vestal virgins. Let me tend to the lady.
Who the hell are you? He says to you.
I've been sent from Rome to care for the temple district. I'm to get accustomed to the barracks, and then I'm here to assist with the temple. I thought I would give some mercy to this prisoner here while I'm following my leader. And I gesture to Gaius.
What the hell are you on about?
Forgive my companion. She's not aware of our ways. Where is the questionaris? I demand to speak with him.
Wait. Who is this woman, and what is her relationship to you, sir?
She is my slave.
Wait, no, that's not what we were going with, though.
Quick question. There were 2 guards dragging the guy, and 2 guards posted outside, or near the stairs, or not stairs, the ladder, right?
Yes. And then another 2 from the ladder area leading into the dungeon.
Okay. Yeah, killing them would be too noisy. Never mind.
Yeah, you said how many guards? Because before I'm going to be a slave, I'm going to straight up murder some folks. So how many people around me do I need to kill to get this fucking door open?
We're looking at 7 people that are just into the dungeon area.
I'm
And then all of the other people in the command post, because it probably won't be quiet unless you're going to use them.
I'm comfortable with that. I turn to Gaius and I say, you want to repeat that?
He smiles and
Roll
says,
for me.
Oh my gosh. Don't botch, please.
Difficulty 8.
A personal insult? I mean, she got good roll anyway.
yeah, well done.
The little red-headed man, Gaia, is crawling all over Britta.
That ain't it. You know what? All I do is I slap him. I say, next time you insult me so, I shall have your head.
That's you succeeding 2 successes on self-control, Holly.
Yeah, I didn't drain it. I'm a
Callum,
good person.
the display of violence is pulling at your own beast, too. Roll a self-control for me.
Wait, she slaps Gaius or the guard?
I slapped you. You called me a slave. You know damn well that ain't me.
That goddamn goblin.
The goblin is the one who opened his stupid mouth.
He's probably unfazed too. Just whatever. I don't.
He's smiling dumbly and just kind of shrugging his shoulders again with that perfect smile.
Callum is just he's just like, huh, what the hell is going on?
Guys,
Like
so
I was
see
looking.
what I have to deal with?
Oh wow, Gaius, look, that red-headed man, he's crawling all over Callum now. And disappearing behind him.
Kind of like shoves Callum out of the way and looks behind him.
At which point the guards are probably really confused and getting
Hey,
really
what the
aggressive.
fuck, he says. He yells out, and now the guards are on alert towards the edge of the dungeon area. They draw their swords and start walking towards you. What's going on over here? Who put a woman down into the command post? He points over at the woman. She says she's some sort of a Vestal virgin, whatever, but apparently she's this one's slave, but this one is just coming over here and shoving people, and then this one over here, he points to the man who's still going on in the cell, just on and on in a language he doesn't understand, will not shut the hell up. What is going on?
Well, if you would let us speak to him, perhaps he would shut up. That's all I'm saying. And Gaius just puts his hands up and then backs away calmly.
I'll shut you up. One of the guards that's drawn from his gladius moves over towards you. And look at that. The little red-haired man is crawling on his shoulders now, disappearing into his ear.
Into his ear. By the way, just keep that in mind. He literally crawled in the man's ear. None of this shoving, looking behind him. Like, that was clear to you.
And I guess that's initiative. The only one who really caught his gaze at this point is Gaius, who's looking at him. So I'm going to say no. If you want to enter in, you can enter in after the action kicks off here.
Well, I mean, he's like coming forward with the sword and all, and you know, I was kind of watching, but I'm not like. Once he starts, I'll shut you up.
I mean, alright, sure, go ahead and roll it if you want.
Oops. Seven. And initiative is dexterity and wits.
I think it's dex wits, yeah.
Alright, so that would be 13.
Hang on.
Yay, Malkavian's pissing people off.
I have 16, by the way.
Okay, Gaius, what do we have?
It was 13. Or, yeah, 13.
Okay, Callum, you're first to react. This Roman, you can feel it, has murderous intent. It's like rolling off of him in waves.
Yeah, he's stepping forward with the sword. He is. Yeah, this. I know how to fight. I know how to react to a situation that's dangerous, and hoping to kind of catch him off guard because he's not. I don't think he's expecting me to intervene at all. And I'm reacting.
Screwed up the initiative order, though. Sorry.
Huh?
Well, because you have. What we have to do actually is have everyone else declare, so, and then you're aware of what everything else is happening.
It's true.
Alright, so starting from the bottom then. Sorry, this is not intuitive. Britta, what's your action?
You know, there's.
Gaius says 7 or 13?
He's 13.
He rolled a 7 and has a total of 13.
Okay, so Britta would be last to act.
Britta would be drawing her silver dagger and honestly trying to decide between Gaius and the guard who she's going to murder.
I'm going to draw my weapon and I'm going to move to defend Gaius.
Okay, Gaius.
Gaius would just simply step out of the way. Do I get anything? Because I do have the Lucky Merit.
I guess that would be a dodge roll attempt. And the way Lucky works is you can re-roll 3 times per story, I believe it is. Might be
Yeah.
3
Yeah, it says repeat any 3 failed rolls once per story. So, okay, yeah. So never mind. It doesn't really apply until I roll something.
So you're just wanting to step out of the way, so that'd be a dex dodge, yes?
Yes.
Or dex athletics, they don't have dodge here. So dex athletics, and you're just attempting to dodge.
Well, you don't have to roll until all the stuff is declared.
Okay. Seeing what you're doing and seeing what Yanish is doing, the Roman is going to recognition. Now, Callum, you have the measure of the whole situation.
Okay. So I'm looking for a maneuver. It's just a punch to the throat. Alright. I'm gonna do a great blow. No, that has to be a melee weapon. Never mind, hold on. Basic strike, there we go. There it is. Yeah. And just a all out punch to the throat, right? Just like trying to catch this guy off guard. Now I'm aiming for a specific area, so it adds to based on the size, it adds to your DC. So like a head would add +1 to DC, right? That would count as like the head area.
But you're going for the throat, aren't you? Wouldn't that be...
Yeah. Well, the next size is like somebody's eyeball, you know.
So is more... Isn't that a 2 then?
I mean, do you think it doesn't?
What's your goal here going for the throat versus the head?
Oh well, like if I punch him in the throat and deal any amount of damage, he's gonna be like and like caught off guard and like choking and stuff. He's not gonna be able to do shit for a couple of rounds. I'm probably gonna stun him somehow. That's what I'm
let's go with the 2 then.
Okay. So let's see here. I'm gonna blood buff. I want to hit. I'm not going for strength. I'm not trying to I'm going for accuracy. And I'm trying to stop this before it goes any further. I'm not looking for people to be stabbing. I'm just punching him in the throat.
Okay, roll it.
Does Swift apply to this?
It is the first action of combat, so I'll give it to you this once, yeah. In future combat rounds, it won't apply.
That would be 5 successes because of the 10s.
Okay, go ahead and roll damage, and I will roll his stamina.
I believe when you aim at a smaller, when you get +2 difficulty, that's +1 to your damage. So I get an extra dice. So target size +1 difficulty, there's no damage modifier. If it's +2, you get +1 dice, and if it's really precise, it's 3 to your difficulty and 2 extra damage.
Alright, so go ahead and add, I guess it'd be 5 extra damage because you have 4 extra successes and then that additional base dice. That's including your strength, right?
Uh-huh. I have strength of 3. That's 7.
Okay.
Just 7, just bashing damage to the throat.
Okay. The first roll is going to be for knocking his
other guards, right? Were they looking aggressive too?
I mean, none of them were. No, one of them has his weapon drawn, but he was inquiring as to what's going on. The other one started just moving towards Gaius, going to stab.
Okay, okay. I punch the guy in the throat, he falls on the ground. What happens?
The other Roman that was with them kind of gasped. Thanks, he says.
Gaius looks around. Anybody else want to press the matter? Where is the questionaris?
I'm sorry, what did you say? Where's the question?
Questionaris is basically the torturer, the guy who questions everybody. Like what the Roman rank is.
Oh, he's showing up pretty shortly here. And at that, you guys feel a rumbling in the ground all around you. Actually, you all having, anyone with a point in ride can tell that it's horses along the ground.
I do have a point in ride, so
I don't have right.
Okay, then you feel what is akin to a small earthquake, but it's all directed from where the main gate would have been.
I look around kind of questioningly, lean down, pick up the guy's sword that he had drawn, holding the blade delicately.
Whoa now, he
Hold
says,
on.
pointing his body at you.
Well, listen to the way I'm holding it. I'm holding the blade itself, not the handle, right? And I'm holding the handle towards the guy, and I'm holding the blade delicately and holding it up to him. I'm not
Okay.
like picking it up by the. I'm not picking it up by the handle or anything like that. He might have been like, whoa, when I go lean down and pick it up, but it's gonna be obvious that I'm just holding it up to him.
Okay, he takes the weapon from you and sheathes his own. Wow, he must have gotten bit by the bug. It's been going around. Tell you what, Kelp. The way I see it, you saved him a night in the stockade. Why don't we call it even?
I'll just have a like blank look on my face and nod. I would look back at the others and be like, we should leave.
So then, this is where he'll be, and you can just tell your commanding officer that we've got him here. The whole time, the guy has not stopped chanting in Old Gaelic.
Is it the same thing still?
As far as you can tell.
Well, I just meant for like Holly's benefit.
Can I tell if it changed?
It is the same exact phrase being repeated in different cadences.
I look to them significantly and nod. Now tell me, what is the crime of the girl in the cell? I have my dagger drawn and I am not sheathing it. I am just looking around. What is the crime of the female human in this cell?
If you must know, woman, says the guard that was looking over all of the prisoners at the far end, the one who thought you were crazy before. She's a thief.
Of what?
I don't know. She's a thief, that's all I know. I didn't witness the act, I'm just the guard.
is there sentencing to be a slave?
make that determination. She might end up a slave, or she may be down here indeterminately.
Who do we speak to make that determination?
The commander of the fort.
Where is he?
Third floor. He points upward.
Do you know her name?
No, but if you'd like, I can look it up.
Do that.
Size. Very well. Turning over to a ledger on the side. Again, I guess it'd be kind of a, well, this is a legal document, so I guess it'd be ink. One moment.
I sheathe my dagger.
Yeah, that's probably smart. Not threatening a bunch of guards with a dagger. Like, look, I tried to make the situation not as tense, okay? Don't make it worse.
It says here her name is Cynthia Sangha.
Do I recognize that family name or the heritage of that name?
No, if anything, it's a Latin name.
Very well. We will speak to the commanding officer of her sentencing.
You know, I'm sure the commander of the Ninth will be here shortly. Why don't you wait?
That won't be necessary. However, we will be taking this unconscious one with us to the commander of the night. And he just...
Excuse me, no, he's not under your jurisdiction, his friend says. I said we were calling this even, I thought, looking at you, Callum.
Throwing the girl and it's even.
Who the hell are you to come into our fort and begin giving us orders?
She is
You're
my
the
soldier.
Callum is like looking confusedly back and forth. Like,
Alright, that's it. Never mind. You're all under arrest. Hey, up there, he says, calling up there. We got some more for the stockade. Secundus, bring some manacles, he says, calling up.
Can I stab him yet, guys? Can I stab him now?
I mean, at this point, I guess it's initiative, but you are literally facing an entire fort of Romans, so... okay?
Holly, what the hell?
Dude, I was
Why
just...
do you care about this lady?
No, I was just trying to be like, hey, can we take her with us then? All he had to do was say no. Instead, he's trying to be all like, I'm gonna arrest you for asking a question.
No, you didn't say, can we take this lady? You're like, we're taking her. And he's like, what? No,
No,
you're not.
I said, well, why don't you just throw in the lady then and we'll go.
That's ridiculous. Why would he do that? Why would a police officer ever release a prisoner to you just because?
Yeah, you're kind of being unreasonable here and forcing this escalation. I don't...
Like, this is the most...
Alright, I
What?
apologize. I say, my apologies, sir. She may not be the one I'm seeking. Disregard my inquiry.
Now that he's like, we got more people for the stockade. Oh, I'm sorry.
No, I don't think so. And then...
Well, I was trying to do that for the benefit of the other players. I'm all about murdering a bunch of Romans, so I want to eat up all you guys' time. I'm trying to be respectful and be like, alright, that didn't go the way I meant for it to go. My
Excuse
bad.
me.
Oh, it's too late.
Excuse me.
I do love
How many guards are in this room currently?
Currently, there is one unconscious guard, another companion of his, the far end, who is the dungeon guard, and then there will be two more guards that will be up the ladder that have just been called out to, and then however many more are in the entire fort. So in the part of enemy territory. Like, what can I do here, guys?
Hey, no, look, it's not our fault that Holly got a smart mouth with a bunch of bad guys.
Again, I didn't mean to press it that far. I thought there'd be another, like, red light indicator before it got that far. That was my last ditch effort.
You didn't think a guy wanted to stab people was a red light indicator.
I didn't.
You didn't think that willingness to just come in and just stab someone was a red light indicator. You didn't think that was that?
I drew when he was already gonna attack Gaius.
But then you like escalating. Even he's like, all right, I'll let it go. But then you continue. You didn't think that.
All right, I'm sorry. I back off. I apologize. I thought I had one more chance in there. My bad.
I love how everybody's blaming Holly when the guy didn't start offering arrest, so Gaius tried to bring the unconscious soldier up with him.
I mean,
That's kind of actually where the straw would have been, where the line would have been drawn is, you can't just appropriate this guy that is under our jurisdiction.
I'm just saying, Gaius wanted to bring. That's where the demon crawled into the guy's head. Gaius wants that little fucking redhead thing.
yeah.
So go get him. He's in his head. He's right there. You know where he's at.
I'm not saying either one of you is right. I'm saying you're like it's all like what? Why? There's no logic to this.
Hey, I'm a Malkavian. I have an excuse.
I'm looking for someone quick. A thief should be quick. And I thought, if nothing else, I would have someone indebted to me who could help me search the city for the people I'm looking for.
I mean, there's other ways. Like
Sure, but this was expedient, and she was right there. So I was like, alright, I'll give it one last offer. It doesn't work, then alright, obviously that's not the path I'm meant to take. I'll look for the next hint.
Well, looks like now we have to. Like, I don't think we should fight. I'm not. Callum's not gonna try and fight right now. Actually, I tried to end a fight real quick, and it didn't turn well. So at this point, he's like, dog, we're gonna put him in the stockades. I'm like, fine, because like he's like pretty confident that there's nothing they can do to hold him if he wants to escape. And I feel like you guys are all the same. So like, Callum's not looking for a fight still. So,
I do have 3 points of etiquette. Is there any way that I can try and defuse the situation?
Ooh, yeah, maybe. If you want to try a charisma etiquette, I guess. I'm guessing it would be a military etiquette, so if you want to try it, it's going to be a really hard check. We're talking a 9 at this point.
Gaius is going to try and check, because, like I said, all he wants is that little redhead goblin that keeps hunting him.
well, I'm gonna take him. Just snatch this guy up. Thanks. Now that he's unconscious.
Five successes.
So, yeah, because you said 9, and you put 6, but it's still the same number.
Okay, so what do you want to say for this check?
Apologies. My companions are not familiar with our ways given their background. This man has insulted me. I just wish to have words with him. Unfortunately, my companion ended that a little bit early.
You can have words with him in the dungeon. But you know what? Fuck the paperwork. Have your words with him and get the hell out.
But he is unconscious.
If you care to wait until the torturer arrives, you can do so.
Alright. Just no manacles. That's all I ask.
You know what? Your weapons. Leave them by the ladder.
Callum
No,
will,
I don't have any.
yeah, Callum will like hold up his his arms and like gesturing, showing that he's not carrying any weapons. My sword was broken and I never picked anything else up. I've been using claws, so like.
The slave has a dagger. He gestures to Britta.
What slave? I'm confused.
You were identified.
Slaves often are, he says, looking at Gaius. You need to keep a better hold on your slave.
She's pretty.
She is also a priestess.
But your priestess story doesn't work because they didn't do that.
They used her for all sorts of stuff. They were all like superstitious and shit.
You didn't invite them to the command post. They would just go to where the statues were.
No, they would need them sometimes to do things like divining and medicine and shit.
Yeah, in temples usually.
Well, okay, but you don't always do it at the temple. Sometimes you take it over to the person you don't want to take out of a jail cell, or you take them to the site where you need to look at something.
Gaius would whisper that they often drug virgin girls, and they usually just are like, yeah. Pretty much describes that chick in 300 that they have. A really pretty virgin chick, like whispering stuff. You pretty much explain that whole situation. In a whisper, of course.
Yeah, you're all fucking dogs. I get it. Hand Gaius my dagger.
And Gaius tosses it in front of him.
Have you been drinking, he says to Gaius.
Of course, I am Roman.
That actually brings a chuckle from all of the guards. Fair enough then. So, you'll wait here?
Very well, for the questionaris.
How far away is my dagger?
Probably a room's length?
And it's by the ladder that we'll have to take on our way out, right?
Yes.
I blood buff my decks.
Okay.
So at this point, Callum is like back to more easygoing mode. He's like, oh, okay, we're not gonna fight. We're not gonna. Okay, looks like they're all coming back down. I'm just kind of, nod in. Just looks like this is going smoothly again.
Gaius is used to this kind of shit. It happens. You can just use it. If the dice permit.
I mean, I'm still like, you're gonna get an earful later on, but like right now, he's just like, yeah, okay. We're not being attacked. That's good. That's good. We're back to somewhat neutral point here.
So, are you all just going to wait?
He would look to the guard. You have any wine?
Not well. He says, looking around at you incredulously. You would drink while on duty in the command post?
I'm a Venator. What else do we do other than hunt?
I don't really know what it is that you do.
I just told you, we hunt, and we drink, and we know things.
Excuse me.
Yes.
How well
You
lit?
are.
How well lit is this room?
We're talking maybe like, not very well lit. We're talking maybe 2 to 3 torches. Probably 2 torches on the end where the ladder leading up is, and then 1 torch on the far end by the guard who's sitting down here in the dungeon. The cells themselves are actually pretty not illuminated.
So you would say probably about like low light.
Oh, definitely low light.
Okay. I'd like to do something, please.
Go ahead.
I would like to, I'm going to place my hand over my forehead, and I'm going to activate my, aura sight, and I'm going to kind of like rub my head like it's like I've got a headache, and I'm going to rub it like till the, any of the blood or vitae kind of like, like kind of like rub it together, and I'm going to keep the eye closed, and I'm going to kind of like, if when the guard's not looking, kind of like open it up a little bit, and I want to look at the man that's talking crazy stuff.
Okay, go ahead and roll your perception. I think it's perception empathy, difficulty of 8.
Cool.
Are we doing that thing where you can use enhanced senses in this game?
I think we should. So your well, if you have heightened senses active, which are you activating heightened senses for vision?
I mean, I can if it. I mean, I could probably do both if you'll allow it.
You can. It's just an on or off setting.
Okay, then sure, I'll do that for my vision.
Okay. Then it reduces the difficulty of the check by your offense rating.
That's 2.
Okay, so it would be a difficulty of 6 to perceive these auras.
I got 4 successes.
Alright, one sec. Let me pull up that page.
What about the exclamation point in the thing?
Say again.
Out the exclamation point when you do it? Because that makes 10s reroll. That's what that does.
Yeah.
And we're just counting 10s as 2 successes.
Oh, okay. Let's see. So 1, 2, 3.
So it works out to the exact same number because
Yeah.
that 7 was the result of a reroll.
Yeah, sorry, it's a habit because in the game I run, we use the exclamation point for the extra roll, and I'm just used to doing it that way, so it's just a habit.
Yeah. Yeah, it's the rule and revised. And 2E, 1E, I think all those. I think V20 is where they introduced the 10 is 2 successes thing.
Okay, so looks like 4 successes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we've got intense red shifting with purple, blending into a violet color, shimmering with an aura of black around that, and then throughout all of it, a pervading tint of green.
Okay. Okay, so after I do that, I'm gonna keep it closed, and I'm just gonna kind of like rub my forehead, make sure it's kind of like clean, rub my hands together.
Okay, you take a point of lethal damage,
Mhm.
and so are you trying to heal this up while you're doing this?
No, I'm gonna just leave it.
Oh, okay, then anything else happening?
Not for me.
Okay, so are you all just waiting?
I'm not sure what is actually happening. So, Callum, yeah, I mean, like, Callum's not sure what's actually happening. He's like, kind of like,
Insisting on waiting for the torturer for some reason.
right, and I have no idea what he's talking about. He's just like, where's
Guy,
so-and-so? Like,
We should leave. There are horses coming. We should go while we can. Mithras comes down here, it'll be difficult to escape. Is my mic working?
I can hear you fine.
Are you like whispering this to Gaius?
Yup.
Oh, I'm sorry. Repeat that.
He said, Gaius, we should escape. There are horses coming. It could be Mithras. We don't want to be down here when he arrives.
I told him we would wait for the questionnaires. I don't really know how to get out of here with a good excuse. I'm used to just kind of playing my role.
Tell him you don't have time for this shit, and that you shall come back later after he's gotten the answers, and provide further questions at that time.
It's fine. He looks to the main guard who he's been talking to. Says, the questionnaires is rather late, and I grow tired and need drink. So, we shall return on the morrow. Speak to the questionnaires. When will he be in, usually?
Generally at first light. But if it's all the same, I'd rather you didn't return.
I shall send a messenger then to speak with him on the slave girl. Until then, anybody got a coin? Looks around.
I'm not giving him my fucking money. I stole this fair and square.
Something for his troubles.
God damn it. Fine. I hand you my coin.
He tosses the denarii to the guard.
The guard takes it and bites it. Good evening to you.
Good evening. And he pats him on the shoulder, and then he tells that goblin to get fucked, and then he walks away.
Alright, with my 5 decks, I'm picking up my dagger on our way out.
Okay. No one tries to stop you. Alright, you ascend the ladder and you're back in the command post. There are fewer guards than there were on this level. It looks like there's some sort of a clamor at one of the entrances.
So Callum would be taking the rear as they all leave, and just standing behind everybody. What are the rest of you guys doing?
We should leave. Britta starts to feel a little bit like a cornered animal.
You hear a familiar voice coming from one of the entrances. Is he the one, let's say the one you guys didn't come in from, towards the, no, it would be actually from the one you did come in from, Barracks District. Towards the market end. It's a familiar voice. Attention, he says. Soldiers from all over the building begin filing into that room, flowing past you.
Gaius would say we should go check out the gladiators for perfect purchase. Perhaps we shall make some coin at the new games and head that way instead of from the front entrance where they came.
Yes, whatever. Let's just go.
Like, we should go this other direction.
You won't leave?
Yes, Britta is leaving.
The voice. I'm just curious. Like, is it a voice we can't really
need
quite
to roll
place?
self-control.
Oh,
It's the you know the voice. You told your father to die, and he did. bite down on your lip, drawing ever so small amounts of blood.
But I follow them.
Okay, everyone leave?
I want to do.
Yes, we all leave.
I'm going to bring up the rear, and I'm going to do the same thing I did before. I'm going to cover my forehead, and through the space between my fingers, I'm going to let my eye part, and I'm going to watch the men form, and I'm going to watch the guy who's shouting orders.
You don't have line of sight. You would need to expose yourself if you wanted to do that.
Okay, forget that then.
Forget that then.
Yeah, this is from very much the other room, so like, yeah, around the corner. Alright, so everyone's leaving.
I guess so, yeah.
Okay, where do we go, guys?
Well, we're going through that other entry to the barracks, right?
You would be going through the training ground area, so towards the entertainment district. Both of the entrances lead into the barracks. It's just which section of the barracks, towards the market district or towards the entertainment district.
I'm going as far away from that voice as possible. Let's just go. Let's just go.
Alright, so passing through towards the entertainment district, you see the training grounds towards your right. It's down in a pit. It's kind of a dirt/sandy pit. It looks like it's been flattened. And there's numerous training dummies along with an obstacle course. Ordinarily, during the day, you would see Roman soldiers here training, but at nighttime, it's kind of abandoned. Not like the entertainment district, which is still abuzz with activity at this time of night. As you enter into the entertainment district, the first thing you would notice on the left is a series of bathhouses. There would be people in various states of undress passing in and out of these houses. There is a smaller house for women and a larger house for men. For the Latins having visited Isca before, you would know that they have 4 bathhouses for both men and women. And they have various climates in these different bathhouses. They have hot, warm, cool, and cold. Further in, you get to the gladiator pits. At this point, they don't have any bouts going on in the middle of the evening. So the pits are closed for right now. Further on, there is an amphitheater. Right now, it is occupied by, looks like minstrels.
Okay. There's a lot going on. Can we call this an end right here?
I'm good with that if everyone else is.
Because it's getting kind of late, and there's so many different directions we could go.
Yup.
Yeah, all guys would really do is go look for something to eat, and that's it. So, someone to eat, yeah.
Don't think you've worked your way out of getting a talking to.
Oh, he's probably fully aware. He just doesn't care.
And Holly, I wasn't coming down on you. It was just like you kept trying to justify it, and it's like, no, there's no justifying this. Like, it was a bad decision. Just say it was a bad decision. It's okay.
Yeah, I was trying to follow a lead that wasn't there. Sorry, guys.
Like, if we have to fight our way out, we have to fight our way out, but damn.
Sometimes a thief is just a thief. 5 experience for everyone.
Can I use those 5 points right now?
Yeah, sure. I mean, depending on what you're trying to get.
Get fortitude too.
Yes, you can manifest, if that's a clan discipline, you can manifest it.
Yeah, buddy, I'm gangrel.
Okay, then yeah, fortitude too.
So,
Go ahead.
I was also thinking maybe like it's 3 XP to get like an ability you don't have, right?
Yeah.
I was also thinking maybe of getting like a dot in. Well, there's a couple of things. What do you guys think makes more sense for what all just happened in this session? Leadership, streetwise, or subterfuge? Like, I can see an argument for all of those.
Subterfuge.
I would go for probably streetwise or subterfuge. It would depend. Streetwise kind of makes sense given just the fact that you're dealing with people, but subterfuge also learning what not to do based on what you saw from Gaius and Holly.
Yeah. What do you think, Matt?
I'd say some subterfuge, especially considering just everything that you guys have learned thus far. It seems like speaking to people is becoming a bit of an issue, and you could use a bit more subtlety in your communication.
I'd like to take a point in investigation. Is that okay?
Yes, it is. We didn't have a lot of opportunity, but this session. But yeah, that is definitely going to be useful in this area. And as you go into the other districts, the entertainment and the market district, you'll run into more rumors and the like.
Cool. That's what I'll do is subterfuge. Just kind of showing the character like he's starting to pick up like these skills that he's never really had to develop before. He's always been like, look, I just look good and ladies love me. That's all I need. But he can also do a little bit of performance. Other than that, he's not. Social is not his thing.
I got 20, so I'd like to buy 3 in subterfuge.
Wait, you mean 3 points? You can only go up 1 dot per session.
Okay, so then I'll do 1 dot.
Okay.
Can I get another point in alertness?
Sure, we've been rolling that.
Don't neglect your disciplines. Those are good too.
Well, I haven't. I just haven't decided which one I want to do yet. So.
Wait, what do you have?
I have Auspex, Dementation, and Obfuscate.
I mean, like what levels?
2, 1, and 2.
Oh, it's 3?
Yeah, if it's a clan, you can manifest. So, yeah, Potence is in your clan.
Oh, Dementation 2 is the one where you can like give people derangements.
Yes. Like I said, based on what Gaius does, I haven't really decided what he would do. Because all 3 of them are actually very useful.
Like you can give people. Well, this one it relates it to like demons or angelic things, but like you can give them basically hallucinations, which is cool. You want people to see leprechauns like you are?
Well, essentially, what he's waiting for is until he actually grabs hold of that leprechaun. I don't know if it'll ever happen, but
I mean, give people the gift of being able to see it themselves. It's only 5 XP to go up to rank 2.
that is true. I'll have it decided before next session. Yeah.
Well, y'all's bumbling about is definitely causing a lot of drama. It's fun.
Like I said, I do love how Britta was blamed for everything, even though it was actually Gaius' fault. It works perfectly to his
No, I wasn't blaming her. I was just saying, like, she kept trying to defend her actions. I'm like, no, there's no defending this. Like, I'm not saying it's all her fault, just that, no, you can't defend that.
It totally wasn't her fault at all. It was Gaius's, but he was like, I'm taking this guy. Demons in his head.
That was totally unreasonable. Yeah, you're right. I was so confused. Okay, but all right. It happened. We somehow got away for now. And Yanish is finding out some valuable information. We know, he knows at least that guy's not like, what's the word I'm looking for? He's not like an undead thing or anything like that. Would have saw that.
I think the thing is, I'm not quite sure what the auras mean just yet. I just know there's colors, and I have to figure out what those colors mean.
Until you get like really, really good at it, and like through years of experience using aura reading, or actually, it's reading the soul in the Dark Ages is what they call it. You're seeing into his soul. Well, that was fun.
Yeah,
Alright.
I look forward to hearing the recap of this, because, yeah.
I'm sorry, what was that?
The recap that, Marco does.
The recording. Said he was looking forward to it.
Oh, okay, right on. Alright, well, take it easy, guys. We'll see you in 2 weeks.
Alright, man. Good night.
Y'all sleep well.